Good evening. It might not be evening when you're watching this. I'm already learning how to do this better. Hello. Let's go with hello. And welcome to our first online virtual rehearsal directed practice video session. The names are work in progress. So we thought it'd be a good idea for all of you who are shut away with nothing to do but a burning desire to play your instrument. This would be a good idea of me giving you some things to play, some things to look at, to work on, and as an added bonus you get to experience my ramblings from the comfort of your own home, and I guess me from the comfort of mine. So that's hopefully we'll have a fun time, and it'll be very educational and productive, and keep us in the playing mode of thinking. So for the first of these sessions, I've prepared a hymn tune for us to play as a nice little warm-up, and also a way of easing you into how this works, and a way of easing me into how to produce this. So do bear with, as this is a new experience for me, as I'm sure it is for you as well. So the hymn tune I've produced is All Through the Night. A lovely tune, and something that's I don't think we've played actually in our hymn tune warm-up sessions. The parts should all be in the comments below here, linked to a Dropbox folder, so you can open the part that you are, and hopefully you can open it, and then if you resize the window so that then your part, which should be quite long and wide and short, should fit underneath me, so that you can read the music and you can watch me as I attempt to conduct you. So if you click on the link in the comments, in the description, then find your part, click it, open it, put it down there, and then we'll have a play through. Okay, I'm just going to pause briefly there just to show you how to access these parts, for those who are more technologically unfamiliar with doing this sort of thing. So here I am watching the video. I'm just going to scroll down to the video description here. Now, I think I called it the comments in the video. I should have said description. Anyway, so we're here in the description. This blue link here is what we're going to click on, and that'll open up this page, which has all the different parts on it, so you can find your part. Let's be a second horn. I'm going to click on that, and it'll open up the second horn part. Up here in the top right, this close sidebar button, I'm just going to click on that so that this fills the whole width of the screen. Now this is the bit where different internet browsers or operating systems operate a bit differently. If you go up to the top here and then click and hold down on the top of this tab, and then drag the mouse down away from the top and then release it, it will detach it from the window it was a part of. Now Rick told me that I think he's on a Chromebook, it didn't quite work like that, and your browser might be the same as his, in that clicking and dragging doesn't work. But he said that there was a button in the top right, which was two sort of overlapping squares, overlapping rectangles, probably a bit similar to this one that I've got in the top right. And clicking that for him detached that tab from the window to get to this point as well. So try that if clicking and dragging, like I did, doesn't work for you. So we've got the part in a separate window. I can then go down to the bottom corner, down here, and click and drag and just resize it so it's nice and short. Drag that down to the bottom of the screen. Click back on the YouTube video, scroll back up, click and drag again from the bottom and bring that up there, and there we go. I can play the YouTube video and see the music at the same time. One other option, if the detaching the part didn't quite work as intended, what you can do is, if you scroll down to this link, if you right click on this link, so click with the right mouse button. Again, this will look slightly different on your computer because I'm on a Mac and you might not be, but there should still be, if you right click on that link, an option for opening the link in a new window. And then if you click that, you'll get on to that page from before, already in a separate window. So then you can pick your part and then close the sidebar, and then resize it and bring it down as before. So I'm sure you can pause and do that rather than me wait for you. So yeah, here we go. Good, well done. I say well done, you might have played that terribly, I don't know. This is very weird. So, you may have heard I tactically put the breaths into that track that you were just playing along to, that I think should be happening in this hymn. So, let's do it again, and let's listen out for where those breaths are. Most of them are where you think. Melody part, your breaths are where you think. Bass part, whether you be tuba, bari sax or second bassoon. Just look out for bar 7. I think the breath should be after the first beat of bar 7 rather than on the double bar line. Equally, altos and tenors, alto and tenor part rather than alto and tenor sax, although that does include alto and tenor sax. Basically everyone that's not playing the tune or the bass instruments I mentioned. Bar 4, after the first beat, I think the breath's there rather than at the double bar line. And alto part, which is second, third clarinet, first alto, first horn, I think, if I remember right. Bar 7, I think your breath is after beat 2, after that minim, rather than the double bar line. So let's do it again, and let's put those breaths, make those breaths a musical device. Good. So, now we know what, you can probably guess what I'm going to say now. Now I want you to do the hymn tune again, without breathing. You know what I mean by that. Try not to breathe in the obvious places. Here we go. Good. You can, if you choose to, you can go back and play through the hymn tune again. You can add in some of the exercises that we've done in the past. You know, things like trying to slur every note rather than tonguing the notes, or you could do things like how we've tongued quavers on every note. Da 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 da. That's probably in the wrong key, isn't it? You know what I'm like. Things like that. I haven't quite yet got on top of how to make the tempo of these tracks I'm making quite as malleable as for a watching the conductor one, but maybe that's one for the future once I work out how to do that properly. So yeah, so that's the first little play along. Feel free to have a look at other parts, have a play through other parts in the same key as your instrument to have a bit of a different experience. So what parts have we got? Clarinets, feel free to play the other clarinet part, or have a look at the tenor sax part, which is in your key. Alto saxes, feel free to play the bari sax part. Bari sax, likewise. Is that it? Bassoon, you've got 2 parts. Cornets, feel free to have a go at the tenor sax part or the second and third clarinet part to test those bottom A's. I think are in that. So this is the first little session. I'd be really interested to know what you want, what you think would be useful. My vague plan is, because we don't have music, the band music available to us, because some of us don't have our folders with us, etc. My vague plans have included things like this. Some pieces I might write a few little pieces or things that I've already written that might be kind of more straightforward, sort of melody plus accompaniment, so you can all play the solo along to a piano accompaniment or a sort of small band that I'll make a track for, something like that. Also, putting out parts for, I think there's a few pieces that I might have PDF scans of some parts, and maybe with a recording of a band playing that piece, so you could play some of the pieces that we're playing along to recordings whilst maybe watching me at the same time, or even just a chance to sight read through some fun, easy new repertoire you've not seen before, things like that. I'd really like it if you could put some comments on this video to let me know what you think, what you'd like from this video. I could, recommend some interesting music listening for people that have got a bit more time on their hands. I know now I'm doing more work from home than away. My sort of music listening is getting a bit more eclectic. So if anyone's interested in hearing some things I'm listening to at the moment, I could put some recommendations in the description below. I could do all sorts. Maybe I should tell more jokes next time. I don't know. Maybe this will turn into me. I could give you some recipes. I should do some craft ideas. I've got no idea. But yeah, leave a comment underneath with what you think we could do, what you think would be useful, what would be fun, what you'd get out of this, and I hope you're all keeping well and safe and healthy, and I look forward to seeing you next time. My plan is this will go out whenever this goes out. I'd like to do something else sort of for the weekend, and then try and get something out each Thursday as a regular thing for however long this situation is. So then we'll have kind of caught up and be doing one a week. But the benefit of this is you can have my meaningless ramblings at your beck and call whenever you want to click on this video. It's on YouTube, but it'll be unlisted, so only people in the band that have received the email with the link will be able to see it. So any comments you put underneath this video won't be seen by Joe Public. It will just be between us. So yeah, if you like this, it'd mean a lot to me to know that this is worth it, and that you appreciate it. And anything you want, jokingly or serious. Let me know in the comments, or drop me a message on Facebook if you've got me on Facebook or anything like that. So yeah, have a lovely few days, and I'll see you sometime soon.